I was supposed to lead that, but there was a timing issue. And also, obviously far too muscular, I didn't want to show up the poor guys, you know. Very, very muscular under a thick layer of blubber. Now look, my name's Clayton. I used to be in this law review. I used to be here, and I've been kindly invited back, and I'm having a great time. I love coming back to Christchurch. I've got a confession. I now live in Auckland, and it's a terrible thing. But I love coming home. But I don't know anybody who's got parents away from where you are at the moment. When you go home, if you experience the same phenomenon, you come back with more than you took with you, because parents love to give you stuff they don't want. They do it for different reasons, of course. Dads give you stuff, clutter. They want to get rid of junk. My dad's, you know, Clayton, come here. Look, I've got this tennis racket for you. It's a lovely thing. It's made of wood. It won't rust. And it's a lovely small head, so you work on your accuracy with that. It's like, Dad, it's only got 2 strings. Well, don't you complain, because in the war we had to use our hands. So. Dad, you were born in 1942. Korea. Now, you were 10, Vietnam. Now look, I found something else for you here. It's this great big fax machine. Here we go. Oh, there we go. It doesn't work, but you can fix it. Young man like you can fix it. Well, Dad, who faxes? Well, don't worry, put a tablecloth and make it a nice little coffee table. Now, what else have I got for you here? Just junk. He wants to get rid of his crap. I don't know if you find this with your dads. Just get out of their garage. Oh, here's an old shoe. Just one shoe. Here's an old shoe. What would I do with that? Oh, you put it under your bed and hop to the dairy with it. Whatever, you'll find something to do with it. And a packet of rusty nails. And you've still got a couple of inches. Inches! Why is it that dads of my generation still speak in imperial measurements? Now, we went into the metrics in about 67, but it's still inches and yards, isn't it? Did you do the 133-yard dash? I did it in about 2 or 3 hourglasses in my time. Everything, and you can't talk in metrics. You know, how fuel efficient your car, Clayton? Oh, well, it does about 20 litres to 100 kilometres. What? Oh, it's 3. Put it into quarts to gallons. That's 15 to the gallon. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. How much is petrol in Auckland? Oh, about $1.50. What? Oh, this is 3 divided by... That's 2 crowns and a tuppence. It's very good. Very good. Imperial measurements. Bizarre. And all sorts of odd ones, too. Ones you never heard of before. You're in a boat. You know, Dad, how far into shore do you think? Oh, about 2 or 3 fathoms. You can always tell, Clayton, there's about 3 leagues to a fathom, so it's a very deep lake, you know. But look, dads give you stuff. They give you stuff because they want to get rid of junk. Want to get rid of clutter. Mums give you stuff when you go home because they want new things. Clayton, come here. Just don't tell your father, but you don't want our cutlery and crockery, do you? Mum, look, just what the bloody hell, and Dad gets wind of it, you know, what are you giving me all the cutlery and crockery for? Well, he wants it, don't you? Well, Mum, yes! You know, what are we going to use? There's some bloody ones at Valentine's, and I just think that he needs it, you know. I just want to get new things. You don't want a lounge suite, Clayton, take it back with you. Mum, who could afford that? I'll pay. I just want new things, but I think the joke's on parents who give you lots of crap that they don't want to get rid of, because in a couple of years this is going to happen. Yeah, hi Mum. Hi. Look, I'm going to London for a couple of years, and I've just got a bit of stuff I need to store at home. I think the joke's on down there, but I love coming home, but I get accused of things. I'm nearly 30 now, I get accused of things. Straight off the plane. Oh, good to see you, son. Have you taken the batteries out of the remote control and replaced them with dud ones? What would I do that for? You could put it in your iPod or something? Oh, Dad, I haven't done anything. Everything I'm accused of. He thinks I'm a child. You know, the television's not working. You've been fiddling with it. Fiddling! I don't even know how to fiddle. You know, what do you think? I come in and, you know, first thing, Mum and Dad looking away, this is a fiddle with the television, so it doesn't work. What's that fiddling? Clayton, the internet's slow down. You're fiddling with the modem. No! Admittedly, some spyware could have come with the porn I downloaded on my first night, but he's not to know! He's not to know that. But, no, lovely parents. Another reason I love coming back to Christchurch is because I see the dentist here, and the reason simply is that I never got my files taken up to Auckland. It's just an oversight, and sometimes he sends the bill to Dad by mistake and he pays. Now look, what's this bloody 3 ceramic molars? $3,000 bucks. Oh, I can't remember that. Well, David, your memory is failing. What? Who are you? Oh, just yeah. Oh, just pay for it. You know, it's a great thing. But look, the dentists are funny, and the women, they're not there to be women, but mostly women behind the counter, and there's no reason why it should be. But my dentist has a woman behind the counter, and she's so nonchalant when she gives you the bill. Hi, how are you? That's $2,300. You know, how are you going to pay? You know, FPOS you can't do. It's because it's a suspicious transaction to the Department of Internal Affairs, and you know, well, there's other payment options. A kidney? Firstborn? So expensive. The dentist. I don't know how students do it. I'm on a salary now and it's painful. But I was going to say, it's the dentists themselves. They're very unusual. They're funny people. And my one's a man, so I'm going to talk it in the mail. You know, they're so gruff, aren't they? Yes, there's a cavity, there's a molar, there's a wisdom tooth. They don't want to talk to you at the first. Nurse, so grumpy. Nurse, x-rays. Do you know when they want to talk to you? Finally, when they've anaesthetised your jaw and stuffed it full of cotton wool, that's when they want to talk to you. So, how's Auckland? But they understand. Yes, I agree, it does have a microclimate all to its own. They understand with these dentists. How's your mother and father? Still giving you lots of shit to take back with you? Oh God, that's interesting. Yeah, they understand. I think dentists, though, I think they've missed their calling. I think that's a great skill for dentistry, but I think they could apply that to social settings. I think they could help us at parties when you've got the drunk in the corner who you can't decipher. You're trying to get them in a taxi. You know the type. Where do you live? Do you want a taxi? Look, I can't understand this person. Let's call a dentist. Yes, let's call a dentist. That's when a dentist would come in handy. You soon, Tony, the dentist, hi, I'll take care of this. Hi, I'm Tony. Hi, Greg. Just wanted to know if you'd like a taxi and where you live, if so. Oh, yeah, he says he's very grateful right now. He'd just like to be left alone. You know, they understand perfectly. Well, what did he just say then, dentist? Oh, nothing, no, he just spewed in his mouth. I understand the difference, but no, I'm so glad to be back for the Law Revue. It's such a good thing, and I did go to law here. Law is such a funny set of language. It's like learning a different language. Most of you know this. Instead of saying something's practical, and you know, it's practicable. It just the word. And I'm slightly dyslexic, and I must say I had a problem. I thought that Casual Friday in my first year of work because of law school. I thought Casual Friday was Causal Friday. Everyone was in an open neck shirt and jeans, and here I was in a suit, making sure that whatever I did that day was because of something. Terrible thing. Oh, that's good. Well, I'll give you another word joke if you like. Just a little thought. There we go. What was it? Garth. Oh, we're in the punchline. Garth Brooks recently took an E. He's now Gareth Brooks. So, thank you. Rick Astley's taking P. He's now Prick. One more. Thank you. No, but look, just to end, just before we hear the end of this thing, isn't it a great show? It's a great show. It's nearly over. Such a good time, such a great amount of talent and fun, and cast a great bunch of people. All I was going to say is that for all the excitement the Law Revue's had this year, the law school's got this huge hole in its heart, a big loss, because the departure, not the death, but the moving on professionally of a really good, most popularly voted best teacher, best lecturer, Professor John Burroughs. Anyone remember Professor John Burroughs? Yes, good 6 people. It's going to make my impersonations a little bit redundant, but I'll give it a crack. For those of you who don't know John Burroughs, and for those of you who do, he was such a lovely man. He really was. And he would never make you feel bad at all. If you said something that was totally the wrong answer, he'd make you feel good about it. You know, Jeremy Finn would go, no, and push a button, like Dr. Evil. Burn. Never come back. You're the worst student I've ever seen. But Burroughs is a lovely man. Who can tell me, constitutional legislation, should it be more often than not drafted broadly or narrowly? Yes. Narrowly? Well, I can see where you're starting from, but if you turn in the opposite direction and you get there, I think that's the answer will be. Lovely man. Such a lovely man. And, he's moved on, but he hasn't just retired. I mean, he's serving the country. He's now on the Law Commission, and he's going to be doing great things. So we've lost him in a sense, but we've gained him in another. And I think that John Burroughs, but I think he should go all the way. I think he's a phenomenal man, and I think he should be the leader of the free world. I think he should be the president of the United States. And I can just see him being taught. I can just see him being taught by George Bush. This is how I think it would go. Okay, Professor Burroughs. My name's George W. Bush. How are you? I'm actually not that bad at all. Very good. Okay, Professor Burroughs, I'm going to teach you how to be the President of the United States. First of all, you got to address your people. Go something like this. My fellow Americans, it's your leader, President George W. Bush. Okay, you try that. Okay, very well. My fellow Americans, it is I, your leader, Professor John Francis Burroughs, or JFB. Okay, that's not so bad, but you got to speak with more conviction. Okay, this is something you're going to have to say a lot of the time. Saddam Hussein is an evildoer. Can you do that properly?
Well, I'll give it a go. Saddam Hussein, well, actually, while he was a tyrant, I think your breach of United Nations mandates was equally as abhorrent.
Oh, Professor Burroughs, you got a bit of a brain on you. That's not what we're expecting. You got to speak with conviction. You got to speak. You know, look, I'm going to give you one chance. I think you can do it, Professor Burroughs. Here is the final thing I'm going to teach you, Professor Burroughs, how to be the President of the United States of America. Something like this. You got to say something like this. Sometimes being the leader of the free world requires you to use military force. You think you can say that?
Well, I'll give it a go. Sometimes I think that, actually, George, I totally disagree. I think all you really need to be the leader of the free world is a pen and a head full of knowledge.
Thank you.